everyone, it's Rachel here from the Shades of Orange. Please forgive my appearance and the background, and I know the lighting is really bad. I've just moved into my new house and honestly everything's in chaos. I can barely find a hairbrush. So today's video will just be what it is. I'm still trying to find a filming location, so it probably won't be here, but I had a beautiful orange shade of orange behind me, so I thought that would be the perfect place to film my first video. I have not one but 3 rooms that are painted this color. So it was a sign it was meant to be, I guess. I love orange. Here's my pillows I sleep with. There's lots of orange in my life, so go figure. So I'm here today to film my September wrap-up. I honestly didn't read a whole lot this month just because life was, as I mentioned, in chaos, lots of moving. Doesn't equal a lot of reading, unfortunately, but I want to let you know what I have read. As well, I don't know what filming is going to be like this month, so it might be a little up in the air. I am going to be doing a lot of renovations on my house. We're ripping carpets, we're painting, so I might actually put some of that on Twitter if anyone finds that interesting, so maybe do some before and after shots. But I know you guys aren't here to talk renovations, but are here to talk books, so let's get down to it. The first 3 books I read in September were volumes 8, 9, and 10 of Y the Last Man, which puts me at the end of the series. I'm all done with it now. I'm happy I read the entire series this year and really enjoyed it. It was never a 5-star series for me. I rated almost every one 4 stars with the exception of one that I rated 3 stars. I thought it was a really enjoyable series. It was really funny at times. Wasn't perfect. I still prefer Saga for sure over this one, but it was still a really fun read and kind of something to give me a bit of Bryan K. Vaughn's humor while I waited for more Saga. After that, I got an amazing opportunity. I was so excited. I got a really early release of Gretchen Rubin's new book, Better Than Before. If you don't know, Gretchen Rubin, of course, is the author of The Happiness Project, and she also did another book called Happier at Home. And I'm a big sucker for those doing something for a year type memoirs. So I love The Happiness Project. I just find it just really fun and cute and always makes me want to do some crazy home project. So I was really excited to get her new book, and I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because it won't be out until March of 2015. But it was awesome. It's all about habits and how to form habits, and I never thought about habits before reading this book, but now I'm completely hooked and I really want to form some better habits myself, maybe eating better, exercising more, I don't know. But I really enjoyed that book. I do plan on doing a full video review of Better Than Before, but I won't put it up until a lot closer to the release date, just so that if it is something you're interested in, I want you to at least be able to pre-order it, rather than hear about it now and not be able to do anything about it. So if you're interested, stay tuned. There will be a video coming in the new year for that. After that, I read one more graphic novel, and that was Seconds by Bryan Lee O'Malley. He, of course, is the author of Scott Pilgrim series, and I haven't actually read any of those, but this one just sounded so up my alley, I wanted to pick it up. And I really enjoyed it. This is a book about a chef who's trying to start a restaurant and gets these magical mushrooms that basically allow her to erase her mistakes and go back and change events in time. Super cute story. I found this book to be hilarious. I love O'Malley's humor. It was just so cute, so funny. I gave it a 4 stars on Goodreads and would highly recommend it to anyone who really wants a cute standalone graphic novel. Now, the last book I read this month I listened to as an audiobook, and that was Dare Me by Megan Abbott. This book got a lot of hype a little while ago because Gillian Flynn is a huge fan of this book, so a lot of people, of course, have gone and checked it out because of that. And it's a book all about cheerleaders who are essentially the ultimate mean girls. They get a new coach at the beginning of the story, and events transpire, and it's all about what happens to these girls along the way. Now, honestly, I have really mixed feelings about this book. Before going into it, I wasn't even sure if I would like it because I'm not really someone who reads about cheerleaders. I don't tend to like a lot of YA, so I wasn't sure, but from the beginning of the book, Abbott's writing just hooked me. I was, honestly, from chapter 1, I was completely pulled into the story. There's something about her writing that I don't know, I found it rough and raw, and I don't know, is reminiscent at times of Gillian Flynn's writing, not her story, but her writing, as well as even Laurie Halse Anderson. There's just something raw about the way that Anderson writes, which I love, and I kind of saw bits and pieces throughout the story, so it completely pulled me in terms of writing. It's very raw, it's rough, A big complaint is this book could have been better edited. There were some narrative issues throughout it. I did pick up a couple things that just didn't make sense. They would say one sentence and then the next sentence would basically contradict the first sentence, things like that, that unfortunately did take away from my full enjoyment of the story. I find it so difficult to put my feelings about this book into words. At times I was completely pulled into the story, and at times it just felt a little too rough and disorganized, and all I can say is this: Jeremy had amazing potential. It didn't completely live up to the story, but that being said, I'm still entranced by Megan Abbott as a writer. I really want to read more of her books. Even though I don't think this one was perfect, honestly I had to give it 3.5 stars because there was enough issues I had with the book. But that being said, I'm really aching to pick up another one of her books. I can barely describe it, but there's something about her writing that just completely pulled me in. I need to read more of her books. I'm thinking either I'm going to read The Fever or The End of Everything. I'm not sure which one. If you have read any Megan Abbott, maybe let me know down below what you thought. I have such mixed feelings towards Jeremy. It's like I almost want to put it on my favorite shelf, but at the same time I gave it a 3.5. So I'd love to know other people's thoughts because I've never been so conflicted in my feelings towards a book before. So that's everything I read in September. Honestly, it wasn't a whole lot. It was what, 4 graphic novels, 1 audiobook, and only 1 novel, but that's just fine. I'm thinking things should pick up in October once my life starts to get settled down. Again, I got lots of renovation stuff going on. You'll definitely see me. I'm going to be moving around the house trying to find a proper filming location. So I apologize if the lighting isn't great here. Don't worry, it's probably not where I'm going to end up. I just thought it was kind of funny filming against a bright orange wall, because how many people buy a house with a bright orange wall? So, oh, and did I mention my camera is bright orange too? I have a lot of orange stuff in my house. Like, everything I own is orange. You don't even know. Anywho, it's really good to film a video. I've really missed BookTube. I've had no internet for a while, so I'm doing a lot of catch up on watching other people's videos. I think that's all I gotta say. Sorry, this is super rambly, lots of hand waving, all of that, but I'm getting back into the swing of things and I'm just tired and relaxed and whatever. So you guys have a really good night. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.